You know, I like to switch
she's
it
from
up.
England.
I am. Ooh, chip, cheerio. Let me stop. No, let me do my real. All right, we're gonna do our real British accent. You ready?
No, I don't know how to do that.
Go. So I was going down the street, yeah, and me and my friend, right, and we get some dark biscuits, and we go down to the like telly, and me and my girls, right. I sound like I watched a lot of British TV growing up. I was a fat kid.
Tell me that I speak old King James English.
I had someone tell me you barely can speak English.
Slave talk.
Well, your friend, I really had to. That was funny. Your friend that you had to eat up, and then I had to swallow after.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk.
We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
we have Black people in the building. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't like what we're gonna let them know anyway. But thank y'all so much. Welcome back to another show with us, Connected with E. I am your host, Emaya. Also, our other host,
Nia, aka Nia No Long.
Also, our other host, gotcha, Yahtzee. Gotcha. Let me stop. They were like, hold up. Who's the other
third person?
Who is the third person? That is the production team. And by production team, I mean the one and only the Kev.
Oh my God, it's a monster in here.
He's gonna come. He's gonna come take us. He's gonna come take us off the streets. Technically, I was. Technically, they took me off the streets to dust me off again. No play. They definitely didn't dust me off. However, I can say the sun was beaming on me so bad that day. I was oily. You ever just
seen something special?
Oil. You see the oil shining.
He said, "You're not happy."
He said, "You look shiny to me." No, bro, I don't like that about me. If I seen the sun too much,
you have oily skin?
I don't know, but I just start like, I don't know. It's not sweat. That's the gay. You can tell the difference between literally
it's like greasy
and oil. You know, like am I butter? Am I melted?
Crisco?
But yes, thank y'all so much for tuning in with us. We have another show today. Just kept catching up with the city. What's going on with the world? What's going on in Charlotte? What's going on in America? What's going on in space? What's going on in the universe? What's going on in what's after that? Atmosphere?
Yeah. Earth's core.
And infinity and beyond.
The moon?
The afterlife. Let me start away. Not the afterlife. Lord have mercy. But yeah, just here to shout out some businesses, some artists. We actually was supposed to have an artist today, but they wasn't able to make it, but it's okay. It's not. Let me stop. I'm just playing. Just jokes. But no, shout out to Sunshine Baby.
It'll always be another time.
Yeah, it's always another time. But like one thing about it, we don't need one thing Talik, my old step coach, has taught me. I would cut all you bitches. Yes, he say that to us 12 and 11-year-olds? Absolutely. I would cut all you little bitches. And I would have 5. It would be 20 of us. And he was like, I will only put 3 people on stage. And he meant that. Mm-hmm. So that has taught us that, hey, the show must go on. Right. So we're going to continue to do what we do best, make some jokes, talk about what's going on. But what's first, Frank?
All right. So before we get into our show, I want to give a shout out to a business that just has really added a special place in my heart. A true relative redemption story. Better than Mike Vick's. The Basement Uptown. This week's
Uptown.
The Basement Uptown, a true example of resilience and vibes that don't quit. After tragically experiencing a fire that shut their doors, the basement came back even stronger just 1 week later with a new location and the same dope energy we all know and love. And I'm pretty sure that I never got to go to the original basement, but I'm pretty sure
I'm going to actually have exclusive news here on Connected E. We're going to have 2 guests that went to the basement prior before, and we're going to interview them. We're going to see. I actually have personal contact right now on my phone. I actually should call them up right now and ask them how they're, But it's all good. We're not going to do that. But yeah, shout out, shout out to the basement.
Live, the drinks were flowing, and the people, nothing but good energy. Yeah,
I can't say. It's the environment. But I think I like it's one of those clubs the people make the environment, which I like, because that means the people we determine kind of the rules. Like, and shout out, That's one of the few clubs that I can say now. Now, mind you, maybe it's different. Maybe y'all was paying 40. Because now, last time me and French tried to pull up, we heard 40 across the board for everybody. But however, last time we went, it was 20 for females, 40 for men. So I said, shout out to that. Like, let's get back to baby, because it's like we paying 40, 50, which is fine. We're fine. We have the funds to pay it, which I'm not going to pay it. But yeah, I'm not paying.
Hell yeah. But yes, make sure y'all follow their Instagram. Make sure you show them some love. Wish them the best in their endeavors. But it's a lit club, putting a lot of clubs to shame.
It is. And like I said, hopefully though they can get their own establishment back. Because like she did say, the end got rocky.
Really?
The end you remember about 145?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 145 about that time.
Get out.
Yeah, they you don't gotta go home, but you gotta get up out of here.
Right.
So hopefully they can find an establishment, And I mean the question of the week: how did the fire start? That is the question.
That don't matter.
You know why it does matter? Because we don't need to repeat. Let me tell you something. That's be the problem.
It was them cold.
We gotta repeat. I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you something. Next thing you know, you and your friend taking shots. They got you in the headlock, twisting your body around. Next thing you know, weaves again. Wow!
Hit the curtain.
Everything is up. DJ.
Did people burn? Was there people in the building when they burned? Or was it overnight?
How did the fuck? That's why
Saturday night it was burned. So I'm sure it was open Friday night, right?
Yeah, that's why I don't even think people was in the building. That's why. So maybe it was spark plugs. I don't know. Maybe the sparks went off. I don't know. Maybe, forget it. It's none of our business how it happened. We just want to know. We just will hope that nothing will happen again, Because y'all threw some shade at Compound. And, Compound you see this piece of my heart right here? This Compound.
Compound has
my old niggas
6 times.
Compound. Kick them away. Compound.
Compound poison.
Old men go. Let me tell you something.
They're poisonous. That's why the cheap ass liquor.
Listen, I ain't that. Listen,
I didn't know that they were so. I didn't know that people look down upon Compound, like as a social media as a whole. Or
I think. Sadly, location. And even though
basement got 2 the location we was at Saturday and the one before was great locations. I will say.
What was the other location before?
Remember we went there. It was uptown.
But no, didn't they say, was there a different location Friday night though?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Didn't they say
somewhere Caldwell Street? I don't know what they said. I mean, it's
Uh-huh.
uptown. Caldwell seems like it's uptown.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Well, basement said we're gonna make our money. We're gonna club. I ain't never. Wait a minute. A mobile club? A club on the go? The club that takes the club to go? I've never. Shout out to the basement. Let me find out. We've heard of mobile hairstylists. Now, I never heard of a mobile club. They pick up and go.
Sneaky liquor.
Listen,
liquor is sneaky.
Now, granted, I ain't gonna, friend, and I asked Jayla this too. And maybe I'm tripping. Maybe my eyes was fooling me. But I can say when she showed the liquor, first bottle, it did kind of look. I ain't gonna say skimp. That's why I'm like, wait, it could be easily that the bottle girls take shots. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying. That's here nor there. Shout out to the basement. But I did say maybe I was tripping. Little skip. However, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the basement.
Shout out to the basement. And on that note, let's go ahead and get into our news.
Yep. That's me.
Come outside.
That's me, baby. Mind you, I like both. I like
Mo 3 songs better. I didn't like them. I never listened to both their music a lot, but I like that one song better than all his.
I like. Granted, yes, I do.
And I love that he supported the LGBTQ community.
Mo 3, he did.
Yeah, he's with a tranny.
That's allegedly. That's what they were saying.
I didn't see shit about it being alleged.
That's what.
I've seen the pictures.
But if you ask the tranny, she's not a man. So allegedly, I'm not a man. Let me stop.
Okay,
I'm a woman. But that's what That's what they were saying. Yellow Breezy. Yeah, he only really got that one song. But
I hear that one. It's like back at it. Back at it again. But Quavo and Gucci Man.
Oh yeah, okay.
Back at it.
Yeah. That was cute. Yeah.
That little thing in the back.
But the best thing about Yellow Breezy is that
he's fine.
No, well, I mean, he's definitely
like a little thing he got in the back.
That's like the thing he got in the front. Did you see that video?
No.
Let me.
What happened to him?
I said I like the thing he got in the front.
I know, but when did
You ain't see that?
No.
This was like probably like a year or two ago. He did something. I don't know. Something happened. I don't know if his baby mom was being petty and recording him. I don't know. Something happened, but he was walking around that kitchen, butt naked. And Lord have mercy. It was about look, just get out my face. It's attacking me. Oh, shout out to him.
Yeah.
I said, okay, but that's Texas for you though.
That's sad because they were friends, right?
No.
I seen a picture of them.
No, that's where. Hey, that's where.
It's a picture.
That's a picture.
You ain't never seen
I
a
like
picture of my
that,
ops.
Well, see, that's another thing. It was never. That's the thing about it. I don't think they were never friends. They were never, but it wasn't a situation when you first meet somebody in that picture. That's low key the first picture they took, like meeting each other like that. They didn't really. It was one of those situations where it was like, we're both Texas rappers. We can vibe out, and then thinking they had a friend of a friend, and they just started beefing. Mo3 sent some hitters out to Yellow, and people forget. That's why there was a video. It was so funny. It was not funny that he was shot up in the hospital, but it was Yellow Breezy.
Really? When?
That's why I'm like people. That's why I'm like people forgot, and I'm not. It's not justifiable. However, when his song when that So Me came out like 5 years ago, he was supposed to perform at the BET Awards. He couldn't perform at the BET Awards. He got bullet holes in his body because they sent the killers to shoot up his bus. And he actually, whoever he was, he got shot. And he couldn't perform. And he put on a video because the nurses was like, like they was kind of looking at the TV and looking at him. And he was like, yeah, that's me. They're like, oh, you're here? He was like, yeah, ain't that about it? But yeah, he was like, he couldn't perform because he was shot up.
Wow.
And it just so happened. And one thing about Mo3, they pulling up his receipts. He's just like Yellow Breezy. Well, I don't know if Yellow Breezy was saying in his music, but Mo3 put, he's one of them artists. He put everything in his music. So he put in his music kind of like, and basically described, because Yellow Breezy described what happened from his perspective that night getting shot. Mo3 put a song of what happened from his perspective, how Yellow Breezy. It's just messy. And I guess not a couple years later, but a couple months later, they saying Yellow Breezy got his lick back, but his was actually they did the job. They killed him.
Mm-hmm.
So very, very sad. Very and the way they must have been, it seemed like they was wiretapping him, and they got some good evidence on Breezy. Allegedly, you never know. Because hey, didn't Boosie beat murder, right?
Yeah, but he should. He might as well. He spent 10 years in, just about. 8, 10.
Really? Boosie was gone that.
From 09, 2010 to like, maybe like 4 or 5.
I know he did for sure about 5. I know that
5,
he did.
6 years.
Yeah, he did about 5, 6.
He with the death penalty. I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
But I can't say. I don't know. Don't want to get my. Let me see. Don't want to get my facts messed up, but I don't know if this one is federal or not. But yeah,
I'm sure it is if it's murder for hire.
Yeah, murder for hire. It's a lot. So RIP Mo3, really, really enjoyed your music while you was here. And yeah, shout out to that front side of Yellow. Let me stop. No, that video, I gotta send you that video. It was just flying around the kitchen. Put it up! Put the sausage in the fridge. Put the sausages in the fridge, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to them. Speaking of more rappers, Lord, they taking them all out. Saucy Santana was shot.
He did get shot, remember?
No, yeah, Saucy.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was a crazy time. He sure did. He's like, shit. Man, he's on the highway. Okay.
I can't even do it.
Okay, Sauce Walker. Before I get to talk about you.
Sauce Walker.
That's his video.
Go ahead. With your he said with your bitch ass.
Mm-hmm.
But so they saying that Sauce Walker, I'm talking about Sauce Walker. Salsa, right?
Sauce Walker.
Sauce Walker. I don't want to call him salsa.
Was shot this
Sauce Walker.
weekend.
Yeah, him and his artist was shot this weekend. His artist sadly died. They saying that the artist basically took off on the plug and stole some monies. And yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't steal money. That allegedly. Now at the end of the day, we don't know if it's facts or not. But just very sad. It happened in Memphis. That's now that is a, and think about it. Texas get down too, but Texas is a little more respectful, as you see. One thing about Memphis, like Kev said, Memphis, they murder Memphis. Just like any place. I mean, Charlotte murder Charlotte. Memphis gonna murder Memphis. But please don't think you finna be out here wearing and flashing and with bees in your hair. And he did
have bees in his. What's
yeah,
that about?
I don't know. But whatever makes your floats your boat, whatever. You just can't be doing stuff like that. Now, friend and Kev was saying, I ain't see this, but they were saying that salsa sauce. I want to call him salsa. Salsa. Let me stop. Sauce
Walker.
No, I was gonna call him Sauce. Damn. Okay, what are we gonna call him?
His name is Sauce Walker.
Sauce Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Walker Falk. Let me stop.
Okay.
Walker, please. I ain't say that. Walker Flame. They saying that he made a video. Was it like a live he did? Kind of talk about?
No, it was just a video. Someone's recording him. He was like, yeah, he had a leg shot. He was like, yeah, RP to him. We good over here. Da 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 da. Just talking shit, smiling, laughing, giggling, googling. I feel like if God give you another chance like that, you're supposed to take it. Go to church, do something with yourself.
And I mean that right there goes to show that hey, you was just sadly just an artist to this person or artist under Salsa Walker. Like you were just an artist, and that's very sad. But I hate that this guy lost his life. But I can't say if he took the money, you cannot be taking money. Right. Especially certain places, not even certain places. You just can't be taking people. You just can't take people money, period. Because they will come, they will find you, they will pull up on you. But they did say they stood over Sauce, and
so then once they realized who it was, they was like, "What?
We ain't gonna, yeah, because that's too much." Did they catch them killers or no?
Probably not. Not that I heard. No.
Yeah. So that happened. So we're gonna keep it moving now because I just.
Hope everybody's safe.
Yeah, just But I can say though, just for tip for artists, remember this is why it's so important to remember who you are and remember at the end of the day, sadly the show gonna go on, and that's why you got to make it to where you're protected. The people around, like this, literally make sure you protected. Because at the end of the day, I wouldn't want nobody to be or like Kev. Like, what happened to Maya? Oh, no, she, we good over here. Dang, Kev, what? Y'all good over here? I'm dead. Don't be good over there. Y'all need to be snotting up. Y'all need to be, forget all that. Y'all need to get my lick back. Talking about some good over there. But yeah, so RP to that young man. What was his name? I'm trying to see if I put his name on the thing.
Can't recall.
Real name is Albert. And he said, had it not been for God and my son, I would have been dead. I don't know. We don't know his name, but sad and RIP to the rapper. But speaking of rappers, honey, I've been catching. I just think it's funny because I just want to bring it up. I don't know if you've been watching it, but Toya and her family, not Toya in particular, but her family has been cutting up so much on that show. They got this younger brother named Casey. He just be cutting a fool. And the only reason why you said how
what's going on, yeah.
Also, and the only reason why I bring her up because I relate to her in a situation sometimes where you feel like people owe you something. So I kind of just want to bring this question up to you and just the people in general because just watching Toya and her family, it just kind of seemed like she's taking care. You got the brother, and I don't know if y'all just see recently her brothers went on live talking about they made $1 million off the show, and Toya and Red didn't give them nothing. And mind you, one of them is the brother that just got out of prison, and he's actually I thought he was
on the show.
He was on the show this season.
Why he didn't get a check?
And that's the thing about it. Everybody got it. I think that Toya, they just I don't know. They just when people feel like they they're old something. That's where the topic comes to, because I can just relate.
I know I've
with
seen a
Toya.
clip where I think it must be one of her brothers who was talking to Regine, and they were basically saying like I guess he was basically saying like y'all don't give me anything, and she was like, well, what have you done? He's like, I watched you, I raised you. Now, and I remember on TikTok, the only time I seen that, 'cause on TikTok, people were saying that Toya did not raise Regine for quite a while. She was chasing behind Wayne, having threesomes with Trina, and said she was not the best mother up in for her first 10.
I ain't
years.
never wait.
That's what TikTok
I
said.
ain't never allegedly. I ain't never hear that.
They said Regine with the aunties and the brothers and the whatever they got going on.
The aunties and the brothers was on. Wait a minute. The
That's what
whole
they said.
family is just kind of dysfunctional. So who was my? I don't know.
Like Kaya said many years ago.
But regardless, though, what does that have to do? That now I can see if you were like an upstanding, you did 5-6 years yourself,
right?
And mind you, you and Regine are kind of close in age. They ain't. That's the.
Oh, so I just know who. I don't know what brother.
It was him. It was the younger brother. It's the younger brother. Just weird and crazy. Like just that's what it's getting.
Some of her brothers died.
Yeah, 2 of them did. 2 of them.
And how many brothers she got?
I think it's like 6 of them, and it's like 4 boys, and then her and her sister.
They said she was a young turned slut, not taking care of her kids.
I ain't never hear that.
They heard
that. I ain't
but
never.
Kaya said that a long time. Kaya and T.S. Kaya don't lie. Kaya missed it, but she don't lie. She don't lie.
Nah, Kaya be lying through them side teeth.
Kaya don't lie.
I don't know.
She was being hot, 13, 14, popped that baby out and was ripping around the street. They said she was having threesomes with Nivea and
I ain't never ever
chasing behind him.
We're gonna have to find that out in the streets. But regardless, though, even if that is the case,
so
you're
the
last so
they did say that she was down. Now the thing I did also see on TikTok, I guess she had said something recently. I don't know if it was on a show or on a podcast, basically said she still has Lil Wayne's back, and people felt it was very disrespectful to her husband. I did see that.
No, well, I actually watched the podcast and she ain't say. Well, I think regardless, she ain't say nothing about having his back. Now I
just know people on TikTok was like, "That is so disrespectful." She got him she got a nice guy.
Well, the question was asked, which I mean, then that's the thing. I mean, granted, it is a podcast and it can be seen everywhere, so you do have to watch your words. But it was asked basically, which it was a thing, and only like people I remember it because Lil Wayne used to be engaged to some person, and it became a whole thing of like, it was a whole thing back in the day, like, and he's always made it clear, like, I would want if things could be perfect. Basically, Toya's too good for me. She's always been too good for me. He's put in his book. He said it. He's been like, I will always want, but I know at the end of the day, that's not going to happen. So Carlos asked the question like God forbid if you and your husband get divorced, which honestly but Carlos, something crazy that they mentioned about, Carlos King is with the whole Real Housewives Bravo franchise. And they mentioned that Bravo, and it makes sense, Bravo whole thing now is to basically split couples up, in particular heterosexual couples, because of the promotion of the gay community, which is fine. But that's what they be saying. They be saying like,
really?
When it makes sense though, with how are all those black couples split up now on them housewives, even the white couples on the house. He literally,
because it's TV.
Carlos said himself like that is their thing. They want to get in everybody's ear. That's why Candy is so strong on like. That's why I give props to Candy, because she knows the fine line and the difference between Candy compared to other girls. Remember when she came on, she was single. So she kind of already peeped and seen how they did the other married couples. So she kind of already knew, they purposely, like Greg and Nene, like, yeah. So literally said, like, that's something they promote. So for Carlos to even answer that, Carlos, you messy. And that was wrong. But Toya didn't answer. Toya basically, like, then she was like, basically get that, and it. Like, he, and so that's what they was like, she was trying to, like, she could tell, like, oh, this gonna get flipped wrong, which it did. Which it wasn't flipped wrong. No, you said what you said. You should have shut that down. But see, that's that fine line. We love a gay man, but sometimes it'd be a little messy. Messy is messy. And Carlos, you messy for that. And you said yourself, that's the whole Bravo. I can see that. I can see that with Andy. I can see that with all of them. They all messy. Like, they talk about it. Like, even Cynthia, especially Nene. Nene, they was talking about they ain't have no problems before they marriage. Now, of course, you gonna if you putting TVs in your house, you gonna have problems in your marriage. But they really put the drama in between Nene and Greg. But luckily, they got back together. But that came with Nene kind of being off the show. I think Nene took a break from the show, and that's when they got back together. But they literally say so. I'm Toya. Sadly, you felt for the bait. It was like you basically felt for the bait, and you should have shut. I would have shut it. I would have shut kind of that question down. Like, Carlos, don't try me. Me and my husband never gonna divorce. I would have shut that down. However, she didn't shut it down, which that's why I can't.
And that's
see
why people on
it's
TikTok like you got him
disrespectful.
he's a very well rounded. He treats
He
her
is,
nice,
and
very
she
kind,
should have.
and he's cute.
She should have shut the question down. Carlos, but that's sadly Carlos admitted it. He said that's the MO. That's why he said he took a break from it because he was like he realized how much it was ruining people's lives. Especially Portia. He said Portia didn't stand a chance. They already knew Bravo.
Cordell, yeah.
Yeah, they already knew they can get Portia easily. Like they already knew. But that's it. I'm telling you, the industry is beast. But I hate that for her, because I said that as soon because I was probably only watched half.
I was more confused as to why she would say that.
Well, see, that's why I mean,
I'm like, this is the same. This can't be the same man that was what she married her, was engaged to Trina at the same time. Oops, sorry, messing with.
What you mean? That's what I'm saying. All she said was, he kept bringing up the fact that Wayne has always preached that he, you're the one that got away, this, that, and the third. She was just like, yeah. Well, that's why I bring up the fact that back like a couple years ago was a thing, and Wayne was engaged to somebody, and there was a whole thing of like, I guess the girl was being on some petty, which is true. At Toya, even though it was cheating, Toya she did like she basically, after a while you just stop the relationship, and the guy eventually he like, oh dang, so you done for real. It was just one of those. So she just wanted to make it clear and be put out like, I left Wayne, which technically you did. She was just saying I left Wayne because I guess it was her and I guess that last little fiance he had, it was like a whole thing about the fiance said something kind of, and I guess Toya just was trying to like make it be known like I left him, boo. But sadly that baited you into that baited Carlos. Carlos messy. He's a gay man. A gay man don't give a damn about your heteros. And I'm not trying to be funny. That's not me being funny towards gay people. I'm not saying that, but that's sometimes how it comes out. Like, that's how it be sometimes. Not all gay people, but some, and that's just anybody that the hating friend. You gotta watch out for your homegirl because your homegirl gonna hate on you. So sometimes you gotta, that's the thing, and it don't make it no better that Carlos, you admitted that be y'all, that's Bravos, and that's y'all MO. So I could see it, and sadly she fell for the bait. So that's how it started. So that was kind of okay. Like basically, she was just letting it be known, like I left Wayne. Like that ain't, Wayne ain't this, that, and the third. Like, and then it trickled down into. To be fair, though, I just want to say, like, and God forbid it happens, but say if you and Red got a divorce, if Wayne were to say, like, I want to,
and that showed her kid because he's on heroin right now. So what are you talking? Why would you do that? He looks a mess. He's not well. You're gonna go in his life and
so
right?
no, that's what he's. If Carlos was like, if you said to Wayne, I want to be together right now, would he come? It was just like, Carlos, I just would have just said. That's why I said, that's why I'm like both. But at the end of the day, Toya, you should have cut that.
Right.
And that's where she was at fault. So I don't know if Red seen it or not.
He did. They said he did post something like I still, like basically saying he loves her.
Well, no, that was something different. Now that was for he was
slamming the door on her.
No, he was defending. He was defending her about the brothers because her brothers went on live. That's why I put her on here. Her brothers went on live looking crazy with side teeth missing, talking about it was $1 million missing. So he went on live defending. He posted that defending her about that. I don't know if he's seen the Lil Wayne thing.
She's doing too much.
I don't know if he's seen the Lil Wayne thing.
That's she don't pick him right.
And
don't forget that Memphis beat her ass, y'all.
But she picked this one right, I think. But you know what? Watching that show, I like Toya, I really do, and she's classy. She's the businesswoman. But one thing I can admit, and it's even with me too, because I relate to her in that situation, with the family and. you still gotta date you. If that makes sense. Like
So
you kind of say my family is so this, they're just so this, they ratchet, they with that rah, rah, rah. You got it in you too.
That's
you a
funny
little
because
messy too.
on that
You
other
a
show
little-
when they trying to jump Walker Flocka brother when he was talking to Crazy the Reginae, they was like, get him. That's ghetto. That's hood. That's not high class.
She was trying to say like it's kind, which is fine, but it's like not trying to be funny. Which that the whole now you look at your character with the whole Lil Wayne thing now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you say they so a high class value woman. I don't think would even entertain a question. That's
Right.
what they say.
They would
They
shut it down and be like, well, I'm
they
married
say
to
the
my
high
man.
class value women would have shut that question down. So are you so opposite of your family? Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but sometimes you got to look at all perspectives.
Right.
That's what, because that's her whole MO on the show is that they so this and I'm so not that, and I'm trying to get.
Don't forget that she was in the same band though.
So that, but no, well, see, granted, no, now her story is a little different. She was taken out. Well, something like I don't think adopted. She was raised by allegedly. I don't know, baby. I ain't trying to tell your life story, but they saying she was raised by her like some other family members. I really like Toya though. Like
Mama said, we had to smile more.
I like Toya. So gangster. Right. I do. I really, yeah. It's just the whole concept of I just want to bring up the fact of just relating to that, and I think at the end of the day. And that's another thing. I had to learn my steps. Stop doing people favors and you think they owe you stuff. If you can't do the favor just out of the kindness of your heart, just don't do it. I literally had to learn that. Like I had to really learn that. Stop doing stuff for people and then y'all ain't think about me. No, we didn't think about you.
No one told you to do
that. I'm sorry. And yeah, it sucks because you be mad, but then after a while you like, well, damn.
You can't expect people to have the same heart as you.
And mind you, Toya done looked out for the family. That's the gag. She done looked out for the family. But he's a grown man. You don't want to, Mm-hmm. So I just say all that. I say, hey, y'all don't feel guilty for not, you don't owe nobody nothing.
Right.
Especially if they ain't doing right. You can't, And I'm not, like I said, but please go check out Regina and Toya. They've been cutting up on there, child. If they been cutting up there. India on it.
India.
Little Dirt baby mama.
Why is she on there?
Well, I guess she hangs out with Reginae
in
LA because Reginae is like LA and Toya's in Atlanta, so they go back and forth. So it's a little cute little thing. But yes, y'all, I can relate. Families be cutting up. So when your family cut up, you give them little boundaries and you tell them. Especially, I do agree. We can be going through it, but once you go on the internet about me, it's like, all right, nah, come on.
You could have called me.
So that's why I do agree with her with that. Like, you definitely not getting 1 million now. How you? You thought
you're not even getting? I might pay your rent for 2 months. That's enough to sustain you.
Speaking of getting the 1 million, Trump not getting us no. Let me tell you.
They say he's supposed to be giving us
we're not getting nothing. So they saying I don't know how this happened. He said something about segregation, and not trying to be funny, but forget segregation. This man
supposed to get stimulus.
What he do? Where he's at? Because I said this is something Trump would do. Oh, did I? Oh yeah, it's on the back of this. Where is it at?
It's not here.
Oh well, basically Trump he sent our what's it called? He sent our war plans to let me look it up. Damn it. Oh, sorry my language, y'all. I swear I printed it out. I just couldn't believe it because I'm like, how? I just said this man it gets more funny and funnier. We're gonna come to that, but he just basically sent our war plans off to some. Luckily, I think it was the U.S. if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. But that's such a. I just brought that up because that's just such a Trump thing.
He just doing what he do best.
Oh, so he accidentally.
Yeah,
they sent the war plans.
How do y'all know this?
Because the people they sent the war plans to basically told the people hey,
what?
So this is what happened. He sent his war plans accidentally to the Atlantic journalists. In the Atlantic the journalists,
Atlanta?
The Atlantic journalist. So I don't know if that's for. Let me see.
Newspaper?
Yeah, the Atlantic editor chief inadvertently included on messages Trump discussing plans of forthcoming. But how does that? I don't know. So
At least he
basically,
ain't
Trump.
at least he ain't sent it to. I thought you saying he sent it to an enemy or
No, he
something.
said it to any, but he just accidentally.
How's that even happen?
Exactly. I don't.
Where's his team? How is
Trump.
he?
Now, granted, Trump. You talk about Biden being old, but we can't. You know, you can't see. You know, you got to put them glasses on when you first sin. Why would you even do that?
I'm surprised he don't got skin cancer yet.
Yeah. So
that tank.
y'all, let's just. I like to keep y'all updated about that Trump because he's just always he's coming around doing his little thing. But I didn't know how that happened. I didn't even know you could send and it's not even me being funny, but like I could see Trump having his phone up. I'm pretty sure the presidents can't have a phone, but I'm pretty sure Trump was like, I'm gonna have a phone. And there's
Well, how
nothing.
could he not have a phone?
Not like for example, like a personal. Sadly, when you are so in a position, you have to give up something. You like just like priests, like they can't have sex. Like I do, I could understand why a president
Probably don't have no
can't have
privacy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I can understand why they be like, okay, as a president, you sadly can't have like a personal phone. And I can see Trump like who.
I mean, he be on Twitter, so I know he got
right. You niggas can't tell me nothing. That's my phone. So I can just see that, and yeah, I just don't. Yeah,
very negligent.
So at this point, I'm gonna y'all check your messages. Trump might, hey, he might send some money. I don't know. He might just send a little something. Speaking of messages, y'all don't answer them weird text messages. Yeah, them tolls thing. And I thought about it like this was like almost 6 months ago when it first started. Like I got the message way back when it first started. I had to think about it because I'm like, did I go through some tolls? I ain't go through no tolls. And you ain't go through no tolls either. So please don't. They say they can like get in all your information when you tap the link or something like that.
Oh my
God,
that's scary. All the old people.
Yes, girl.
Grandma don't do
child.
Lord.
Child. They got my grandma back in the day one time.
For real?
Not like that. It was like a digital thing. Like they went in someone Wells Fargo part, like somebody, but still, yeah, it's too much. But it's very easy to get the older people. Ooh. But yeah, we're gonna keep this train moving.
I'm glad that you got this on here. Yeah, I'm glad you brought up. Yeah, I just know how I feel about them.
One. Yeah, this is a different one.
Same message.
This one they was doing the frat brothers of Sigma Chi allegedly hit pledges with their car as a part of a hazing ritual. Now I don't know what type of ritual. I think it might be I think Asian. Asian fraternities have a thing of sororities have a thing of hazing too. People want fun fact. You might not know. Well, I might be wrong, but Sigma Chi I do it's not a black fraternity for sure. It's either some other. But it's probably white.
I'm pretty sure they're all detrimental across the board: black, white, Asian, Hispanic.
And listen, you think the black ones are bad. The black ones sadly are bad, and those are more like physical abuse. But with the other ones, though, they just take it to a whole different level. I mean, a whole different level. Yeah. So I mean, it's just so sad we bringing this up again. Like, but it's that season though. We finna see a lot. A lot of pledges happen in the fall, and then right now in the spring they trying to cross. So you gonna see a lot of we might have another story. I just say all that to say is y'all better chill.
All right.
Y'all better chill with these And that's so lame.
I heard that the people that in the fraternities be losers.
That's allegedly that's what they say.
Yeah.
Losers and wannabes.
With no friends.
And the thing about it, I wanted to do it because I genuinely like to step. So like I'm thinking like, oh, like it's like a step team in college. That's like the very last thing they do. Like that's not even so that's why.
What if they can't step? I always thought about that. Like, what if you can't?
I told you can teach somebody how to step. I literally seen it with my own eyes. I promise you that. Remember I forgot her name. Her name was Gabby. But remember we was middle school, couldn't have a lick of nothing. Talik was like, I'm gonna keep her. They was like, why? And then he was like, because I see something in her and she's trying and she wants to learn. So I think you could put.
Did she learn?
I told you she was one of the best. She was up there with me, and she was up there, and she stood out. She's so tiny and small, and her hair long. So
I bet she a doctor right now.
Yeah, she swing her hair, so she stood out anyway. So he like, no, I gotta keep her. She was probably one of the best ones, but she had to practice. She had the and shoot, I know I like them girls. I learned dance.
No,
Yes,
why?
I
Why are you
did.
learning? How?
Why would you mean why?
Cause I've been with you every day. Where is she learning?
Yesterday.
How?
At the I went to the little thing with Key.
And they taught y'all?
No, well, we kept looping it on the TV. Yeah, I got the little, and I never thought I had. The fan dance is kind of hard. I ain't gonna hold you. Well,
When we gonna do it? When we gonna have a loop around?
You know what? Fun fact: I told Key because I was so inspired by her friend that did that. I said we gotta. I said technically I don't want to do mine next month because I'm doing mine in May. So I said between me, you, her, maybe somebody else, we gotta do that again because that was nice. We had a couple people over. Girl, I had at least fried like 60 pieces of chicken. I fried all the
The
chicken.
other day?
Yes, all the other day we had fish. It was just nice. It was
That
very
is
grown.
nice.
I said I'm gonna post it on my page. I'm gonna have you post it too. I said we doing fish fries and chicken fries all summer, once a month. Y'all just gotta pull up.
Yeah.
You know.
I would love to do
So
that.
yeah, learn where the fans say.
When's the next month? When
That's why I said we gotta do it in April. I just don't. I said probably Keith said she'll probably do it at her house then, since because I said I would do it, but I said there's no point of me doing it because I said I'm gonna do one. That one's gonna be in May, so that's why I said and maybe you could do June.
Where am I home?
Yeah, that's the purpose though. It's not. It's that's the thing. I liked it. It was only like 10 people. Like it's literally like it's gonna just be me, you, Key, maybe whoever, Lissa. It's just gonna be like, and I like that. I was like, that's cute. Like we had a little vibe. Where them fans at? Where them fans at?
I still got parents, so
that's what. I think you gotta give them more credit when it's due.
I don't like a lot of food. I just realized. Side note, y'all. Yeah, they're watching. I don't care. That I have a very quiet home.
But I think if you put I think it could be a thing. Like I don't think they would. You know,
Derek hates people. He don't like people in his house that he knows.
And that's another thing. We don't have to be in your house.
If you want to be outside.
I mean, oh no, the people in the back. You have a nice back patio. I'm just saying for that's the whole idea is going to be like very small. Like if I had it in my house, it's going to be small. Like it's only going to be me, you, Key, our kids.
If at my house, that's probably all it could be.
And that's how it was at his. Like it was literally his sister, her boyfriend, and probably his cousin.
Now, what I will say, Layla is graduating, and we will have a big bar. That maybe that could be it because I will be doing cooking, and there will be a lot of stuff out there.
In June, right?
Yeah. We're actually planning that exact thing that y'all are speaking of, so maybe that we can make it.
See, ding, ding. It went
all these people in my house. They discussed about their own family.
Friend don't want the people in the house. That's
I have no issue. It's just I have a very quiet home. They don't like foolishness.
Little fans. So that's why I like the idea because even I think you can't do too much in the apartment. I only got 2 bedrooms, and I don't like all them people on the carpet anyway. So that's why I say it will only be like me, you, Key, plus the kids, maybe like 2-3 more people. That's it. And we gonna fry, we gonna cook, we gonna do where them fans at. We just gonna have a good time, and yeah.
So unless we go to a park.
I did say that. That's the thing about it. I was because at first he was like, do I want to do it in my house? But then he switches his mind. He's like, yeah, let's do it here. But at first I said we can do it at Park Road Park. They have the little. I just don't know how to start a grill.
We get some. We can get like. Don't they have portable fryers and stuff?
Yeah.
Now now that we could do, but then it's like the cold months. Then it'll be a little different. But we'll see. Maybe I have to. Yeah. I'm just growing up.
Yeah. What them fans? But yes, I'm very excited. Speaking of that, we're gonna keep this moving on. I like to kind of go from bosh to bosh to bosh places. So the U.S. cuts HIV/AIDS, and it's gonna cost millions of lives. It's like whoa, and I just say that this did catch my eye because we got to keep up with our health, y'all. And this don't make no sense. This makes sense though because I mean Trump did mention it if we're not mistaken. That basically the U.S. funding will cut over how much they cut it. I'm trying to see. Well, I don't know how much they cut, but it makes sense. Then Trump said he was like he cutting and doing budget cuts and doing. Well, I know he cut the was it the health team? He like got rid of Joe Biden's whole health team or something like that. And I don't know if he's bringing on his Um,
well, not to say that I'm associating HIV with just the LGBTQ. But I'm pretty sure statistics show that most of the ones suffering from the or getting the HIV medicine is probably those in the LGBTQ community. So I think that's a direct
I
attack
don't know.
on
You
them.
see what Tamar
It's
said?
AIDS.
I said, why would Tamar? Why would they? Let me tell you something. When I
It's
see
nothing wrong with
Tamar
AIDS.
Braxton and HIV, when they, some of the captions. Who was it? What's her name? Out that Don Julio, actor Julio, Leo.
Yeah.
Even she said herself, it was a picture of her on the Shade Room team. She was like, damn, I thought I died. Because sometimes you see the words in the picture. But I think they had like a video with Tamar and she was talking on live and it was like Tamar some HIV. I was like, HIV medicine. So she's talking about she was like, I might start thinking about taking prenatal HIV. I don't know. They're trying to say it's running rapid in the women community too, which is understandable because of the DMs. But that threw me off because I said HIV Tamar. I said, hold on, squeak, squeak, squeak. But she's talking about she was like she want to take medicine. I'm like, that's kind of weird. It's kind of like
Prevent it.
exactly. I'm like, well, why would you even? I don't know. That's too much for me. I'm not taking HIV medicine to prevent nothing. I'm not gonna do all that. But yeah, it's saying it's gonna, hit some people lives. So I just say all to say, y'all, please be protected. I
Yes,
tell people, I make a
please.
joke, but it's the truth. We say here it's best to stay connected. I say it's best to stay connected and protected. Telling you, man. And they got these they don't talk about it, but they got these, what is it? No. Was it syphilis or gonorrhea? One of them it was syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia. One of them is almost became resistant to the medicine.
Really?
I forget, was it gonorrhea? One of them almost dang near became incurable because I didn't even know because the virus
Superbug.
Yeah, because the virus basically it basically creates this new self version every year. You have to update the medicine because basically that medicine might not work. You might need it's just too much going on. So yeah, stay protected, stay connected, and yeah, we're gonna stay protected. Keep staying protected. You gotta stay away from Take 5. They are saying I don't know.
They Take 5 and messing up people's cars. I'm so glad my daddy does my oil changes.
Listen, amigo. I thought that I have a neighbor and I thought he was lying, y'all. He said he'll do my oil change for $20. He really did it for $20.
It was good.
It was good. But I can say I probably will stick to my Walmart though. Walmart does oil change for $58. Shout out to Walmart. And that's everything included. So I basically kind of paid the same price. I had to buy my oil, and I had to buy like a oil filter, something like that. And that came. I probably paid like 50. I probably spent like 50 with my neighbor, and I would have spent 58, maybe a little over 50, well, 55, about the same. So I said, but shout out to him, shout out to his business. I said, I hope they don't know what's going on back here. Leave him alone. They're gonna send him away.
He do the front, the lease.
He got to at this point.
There ain't no way somebody ain't report. Unless your neighbors just really mind their business. That'd be different.
Great. I can say this is probably one of the first apartments that I had that really mind their business, or it hasn't irked me too much. Now the one I stayed in the Palmers, I don't. I wish you can like unshout out people. Like I wish you can like how we shout out people. I wish like I can really unshout out. Cause that's that mold. Remember that mold case I had? Yeah, the Palmers. It was really good too, but I had a very annoying upstairs neighbor, and me and the upstairs neighbors got into it. But my mama, I guess, diffused it. Because my mom was like, "I'm so sorry. That's my daughter. She, yes, it is me. I'm a stick person.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm gonna get the stick. Yeah, I'm one of those. But yeah, they saying Take 5 out here messing up people's cars. I could believe it though. I got an oil change for them.
Fast and cheap.
Barely cheap. $80, $90.
I didn't know it was $80.
Yes.
So what are they doing?
Yes. And maybe they be getting over on females. I don't know, but they
probably.
Yeah, but no, it was $80, $86, and that was mind you with a coupon. So that's why I'm like, dang. Yeah. So drop one. I don't want. Well, no, everybody should know about it. But I'm telling y'all on Walmart, man, that Walmart oil change, and you you can go in, do what you need
See
to
the
do.
Black Kings.
You know,
Oh,
them too. It's a nice little yellow man at the one Walmart up the street from me. He loved doing oil change. He loved changing my oil, cleaning my pipes. Let me stop.
oh my god.
But yeah, so I don't know, y'all. I don't know, Charlotte. We might have to protest. Let's protest Take 5, y'all. Oh, let's drop their prices. If they can drop they can drop their
At
prices
least my
down to
car messed
25.
up, but it was
It was
$20.
$25. I can make it to where I need to be. Now they dropped the prices down to $25. We might can do something about it. And speaking of 25, I said I'm kind of excited for this. I didn't know because I thought we had a dispensary, but they're saying there's only one legal place now in North Carolina that you can actually buy.
So what are these weed dispensaries?
That's logography.
What are they selling?
That fake stuff. That's my opinion. I don't care what nobody say. Allegedly, weed tastes better when it's from the streets. That's what they.
And it's safer.
Allegedly, that's what they saying. The weed tastes better when it's from the streets. You ain't hearing from me, but allegedly they just say because allegedly the weed in the store don't taste like nothing. Yeah,
It's not good for you.
is what?
Not good for you.
The ones in the store.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of stuff in it.
Yeah, that's why I said it's too much. It's like a lot of C's and just a lot of not a lot of good stuff. I don't know. And it's I ain't gonna say what's the word. I feel like they I'm not gonna even say mess with it. I feel like they filter it. They filter it out. I like mine straight from the tree. If I could just allegedly, if I could just grow it, I just gotta keep. Allegedly, if I could just grow it, I'll just pick mine from the tree. But that's allegedly. I would never do that. However, we're gonna shout out this place though. It's a new bill filled out allowing marijuana sales across the state to anyone older than 21. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, the only place legally selling marijuana in the Cherokee Reservation, Great Smoky Cannabis Company in Cherokee sells 300 products. That's what it is. So the places we have here do sell it, but it's medicinal. And you gotta have that makes sense. My mom went through her surgery. Her doctor gave her a medical card. Okay. That makes sense because I'm like, well, what's the point of all these stores? So this one, I guess this is saying that you don't even have to have a medical card. You can just because some places are like that's how Cali is. That's how remember that's how
Vegas was.
That's how Vegas was. It was legal.
It's legal in Delaware too. They were smoking right outside.
Dang, we be in the club. You put that out $40.
Damn, I'm gonna report y'all. Don't ask me for no money.
Give me your tongue. Put it out on your tongue. Get away from me. Let me smoke. Last thing, because I'm very sad. I'm very disappointed, y'all. I'm tired of my city park being on this.
It's such a beautiful park.
It is. But
I'm glad. Yeah. No YMs going to be put under control. I don't know where they're coming from, but it's just too much. I'm glad they got the armed security there.
But our park, y'all, is having armed security, so. And that's sad because I take my nieces there. They got this nice little playground area and it's like a little swing set. So are they gonna be like, are they gonna be gun? Like I just can't take it. Y'all just make everything so ghetto.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful park. I remember when that first opened.
Yeah. So we hate that, So Charlotte, we gotta do better. Oh, I forgot. Forget that. I said this is so. I've never even heard of this before. But friend, you got to put your best wig on.
What happened?
The U.S. Pentagon has announced and approved Charlotte to host their first military World Games.
I'll be out there.
Let me tell you something.
I'll be out there.
I've been saying I'll be out there. Literally, I said this is so Nia. She's been.
Yeah. Where is it? What's the
Yeah. So the military World Games, which is a second size to the Summer Olympics, so it's basically about the same size, and it's suspected to bring 100 to 125 nations across Charlotte to compete in 25 sports.
What's the date?
Local veterans, people in the I want to say 2027, but that's still time, and we still gonna be in our prime.
I'm telling you.
But that's what's up. Was like,
The Super
okay.
Bowl gonna be in Atlanta 2028, and I said we should
Really?
go. Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. But I said that about because don't get me wrong, it's not that you know what that's the type of that shows the type of women we are. That we excited about the military games. I don't forget the NBA.
Don't take
but
me to the street race.
No, I want to go. Let me go with the military games. And I want that man that's shooting that boy in there. Yeah, right there. I know he got sit-ups. Great insurance policy. A good life insurance policy. I can't
a good
wait.
little pension.
I'm telling you. But yep, y'all, that was just the news going on. Like I said, so sad that Miss Sunshine could not make it in the building. But like I said, we're gonna still drop some news on y'all, let y'all know what's going on. So hopefully that was helpful. All right, we got any foods for the week?
Yeah, so this week we're gonna go ahead and shine the spotlight on Mama Lisa CLT. Mama, she's somebody mama. I taught her baby.
She's a mama.
I taught her baby. Talented D. Renee, a personal chef and caterer who's bringing Brooklyn flavor to the heart of Charlotte. Since 2018, she's been serving up soul-warming meals with a kid-friendly twist and a focus on dietary nutrition. From a barbecue and jerk chicken plates paired with rice and peas and cabbage to her creamy baked mac and cheese and her signature cran and apple lemonade. Mama Lisa delivers comfort food that feels like home. Whether you're planning an event or just to treat yourself, she's got you covered.
And she's a witness herself. You seen when
I'm talking about friend had a fight. If she had a torch was on her spoon, fork was bent up.
You listen, you was a witness. I was
driving.
Food was good. And I don't even look. Let me tell you, and one thing about it, I don't play when it comes down to food. We both don't play when it comes down to food. The food was actually really good. It was really good. And I like the fact that hey, she's in a great area too. No, and it's something switch up. Don't get me wrong, I love my little pieces, but you know, Benny's and what's the other one called? I forgot. I start with a Z.
I don't like them.
Yeah, that's the racist one. that's the little allegedly they be trying to say they racist. But yeah, I get tired of the pizza, and there's no other food spots out there, right? Where Noda is. So, girls, yes, girl, get your money.
All right, delicious.
People pay that $20,
and make sure y'all follow her Instagram at Mama Lisa CLT and tap in with her Facebook page to place your order or inquire about catering. Support local and eat good, and it's a Black-owned business.
Black-owned business. We gotta support. Is it rice and peas or peas and rice?
Rice and peas.
Who say peas and rice then?
Nobody.
What? But it was. I seen a debate. They was having a debate.
Probably Americans maybe call it that. Cause you know why? I don't know why.
Well, no, it was like amongst the. It was like something they was trying to debate. It was something.
If I'm confused, it's not even peas. It's beans. Why don't they say beans and rice? Because theirs aren't peas. So I'm kind of confused by that.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well. Got somebody. She's so beautiful.
We gotta go to the Caribbean very soon.
Malika was telling me about a Caribbean spot. So.
Oh, really? Listen. What kills me is she like to. I love you, Lika, but you be trying to throw them Africans on me. I don't even. I'm African at this point. I tell people all the time. I don't care. I'm African, man. I'm African. But don't be every time she see African, she try to joke at me. Don't throw it on me. Like, no, we're not gonna do that, Malika. Shout out to Malika. But yeah, we're gonna shout out some events going on. We have our poetry in motion. Snap. Give me something.
Courage.
Give me something. Give me something.
I did.
Give me more.
I have nothing else.
Oh.
What silence. Else? Peace. Silence.
The end. Oh, she made a poem, y'all. I have nothing. Silence. That was poetry. That was art. You see, she gave me her emotions. She told me
just be quiet.
She told me she had nothing, but yet she gave me
silence.
Who was it? Dennis Wick. He was like, "This is the art. Get out. Get out." Have you ever kissed a man before?
Hell no. I took that money. Let's watch.
But no, shout out to our poetry in motion. That's actually tomorrow. So we will be there.
It's tomorrow?
It's I don't.
No, I don't think so. It's 27.
Oh, it's not tomorrow. It's
3 days Thursday.
Thursday the 27th.
Okay.
And right, because nothing's on Tuesday. My day's been off, y'all. Forgive me. And we also have our comedy competition. I want to say it's April the 3rd.
Yeah.
Yes, because our takeover is April the 5th.
Mhm.
4th line. Wait, 5th.
Fifth.
That's the Saturday.
Yep.
Right. So the comedy is April 3rd. That's Thursday.
Mhm.
And we will be out there too. I cannot wait.
Catch us at all these events, actually.
Yeah, you just got to catch us at all of us. And coming up this weekend, very excited, the QC Industry Night.
That's Friday.
Yeah, that is Friday. And so I'm very, very excited. And
catch us there. We will be doing interviews. We're going to be networking, entertaining some of the guests. So come up, you see us, say hi.
It's Friday.
Yep. 20th is a Friday.
Why I keep... You know, Kev coming with these days.
Kev was like, I said, you guys real busy. He was like, yeah.
Yeah, like, I was going to say these days throwing me off, but am I? Yep, I want to say let's hope I'm pretty sure I'm Hey, and of course we got our next big thing. As far as particularly don't know, when we're particularly starting that, but just know we got our next big thing. We're looking for our artists. We're looking for the next big thing. If you're a teen, don't come in here with the ID saying 21. We'll send you home, perv.
Here I am.
And which I'm very excited for. May 2nd, our rock concert.
You're a goofy goober.
Yeah. Can I wear fangs, Kev? At the rock concert?
We're all black. Put that black lip eyeliner on. That lip liner. The piercings in the...
I'm gonna put fangs on, swallow. I'm gonna put a pack of ketchup in my mouth and just... I'm like, get off the stage. Oh, I should pretend to bite your neck. We should make it a whole thing. We should...
They think we're a mockery. They don't love us. They don't take... Are they gonna do doing a mosh pit, Kev? Because that's dangerous.
Turn the club up. Turn the club up. And yes, every Monday, join us Connected with E. Of course, I'm Imaya.
I'm Nia.
Oh,
wait, friend, you forgot your birthday.
No, I ain't forget that. That was gonna be the last.
Oh,
actually, I might end that with the show.
We
never gonna forget that. That's and it's a little early. I know Aries season. I gotta post that. I don't know if you remember that video I posted with them Aries. I had them in the chokehold with that wrestling. I said we're gonna let their season come, but Taurus be up next. So we letting the Aries slide by. But yeah, my birthday's coming up.
Hell yeah.
Very excited. I plan on doing like a little pool party, a little pool bash. Turn up, have fun. And then, I think, so you were right. That club, like you said, Dominique said, I ain't hear that name. Somebody said that they went to that club and it actually turned. So I guess it's behind Flirt. So I said, that is smart. I said, I might, even though I don't want to really go back to the job that kind of laid me off, I thought about that. I said, it is a smart idea to go somewhere that we don't have to worry about going to an after spot. Because I know we're going to want to go to an after spot. So I said, but I said, what was it called?
So I was open and they saying the 29th.
I don't know. What was it called?
Alibi?
Yeah. And they said it turned straight into Flirt. Like literally you can, and you'll, now granted, I'm pretty sure if it becomes too popping, they're going to probably start charging because the person said they was just automatically free. I'm like, and it was for free? She said, yeah, we just went straight. After we was done, we went straight to the strip club. I said, okay. So I just thought about that. So, just a lot going on, just very, very excited.
Yeah.
We're 25 this year.
I can finally get in a stat.
I know I can finally get rid of a car without a $200 fee. I can't stand paying that $200 fee. I'm I'm a person of principle. You like, friend, it's okay. I'm like, no, it's not. What are you to tell me that because I'm 23 that I need to put $200 and they don't even reimburse you for it? That's what kills
I thought they did.
No, they reimburse you for the security. That's how they get you. You're paying basically almost $350 out of pocket. You paying the security deposit, which everybody get back that security deposit, but that age fee is not. That's your end. That's what you get for being young.
All right,
you gotta pay $100 and some. But yes, at the end of the day, end of the show, we like to send off with a message. And yeah, I just said springtime is here. I don't know if it's officially here. I don't think it is.
March 20th or 21st.
Okay. So shout out. Spring is here. We're finna have this best summer and the time of our lives. Yeah. Maybe outside. I'm so sorry for the people That pollen been looking crazy, and that it ain't even start for real yet. But my car,
I'm glad it rained today.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I feel bad for all my people with my pollen. That's another message. Please stack up on your allergy medicines because
you gotta. I tell people sometimes
assume
get
it's
some
COVID.
local honey. Get some local honey that's from. It has to be from a farm from the local area. And if you take it, put in your tea, take a spoonful, you'll become immune to the pollen because the bees make the honey. But it can't be just random honey. It gotta be like from like Indians for real.
Now, granted, would they kind of itch up and scratch up the first few times they take it?
It might, but it ain't gonna be as bad as
right.
Yeah.
Because I had a coworker today. I woke up the babies, and she said it's because of the pollen. I told her, also wear a mask. Silly, but it works.
But I mean, you gotta wear masks, gloves, and everything. You gotta touch your door handle. You touching it's everywhere.
But see, that's the Miss Jessica was saying. That's what she do. She wear a mask after she watched,
Okay.
you know. So I said, okay, it's a lot of stuff. That's one thing. I feel like you get two options. I feel like you either have skin problems or allergies. I got the eczema, which I'm fine with. I'll take the eczema for 300. Mine's isn't too bad, unless you look at my hands.
Show them
my hands.
Show
my hands.
Please. Show them hands or leave it on the plate.
You don't want to. Oh! Get away, kids. I remember I was trying to get one of the kids. I was like, ooh, my Lord, I'll be scaring my fingers too. Come over here. Come over here. Everything you do to us. I'm just playing. All right. Thank y'all so much for joining us on another show. I am Imaya. This is Nia. Connected with E. We out.
We're
out.
Do you want thousands of potential customers to see your business, artists,